A very good morning all of you. In the last lecture we have seen how to construct the 1-bit comparator, 2-bit comparator and 4-bit comparator. Today we are going to see IC comparator, which is a commercialized IC which is available in the market. That IC number is IC7485. This is a 4-bit comparator. We are going to see how this IC going to useful for the 4-bit comparison as well as 8-bit or 12-bit when you cascade the 2 to 3, when you cascade the ICs for higher bit comparison. So before that, just we'll recap the 4-bit comparator circuit once again. If you look at here, this is your 4-bit comparator circuit. We have clearly discussed that 4 XNOR gate will produce A equals to B output, and depending on comparison with higher order bit, first A3, B3, if they are equal, again we are comparing A2, B2. If they are also equal, then we are comparing A1, B1. So you are going to keep on comparing the lower order bit when the higher order bits are equal, and you are going to produce either A greater than B or A less than B on both sides of A equals to B circuits. This is how we have generated a circuit for the 4-bit comparator, and we have also tested with the DEED software whether this circuit is working properly or not. So if you put this entire circuit in the simple block diagram kind of form, so you are going to have a small block diagram where you are going to have your A0 to A3 here, and you are going to have your B bits, your B0 to B3 here, and you are going to have an output, 3 outputs. One is A equals to B, other one is A greater than B, other one is A less than B. So this is a simple 4-bit comparator block diagram. Now the question is, when you want to compare higher order bits, suppose when you are having 8 bits, suppose you want to compare the 8 bits or 12 bits or maybe 16 bits, we need an extra additional input for this block diagram. Along with the input bits, along with the input bits of A and B as well as output, you are going to have extra inputs. We need some extra inputs. Those inputs are called cascading inputs. These cascading inputs will be useful when you want to cascade more than one IC7485. Like when you want to compare 8-bit, then you are going to use 2 ICs, one for lower order bits, one for the higher order bits. Suppose let's take 8-bit comparator. Suppose you want to compare 8 bits. In this case, you are going to use 2 comparator circuits, one for lower order bits, one for higher order bits. I am going to show you what kind of cascading input you are supposed to have for. This is one 4-bit comparator, and this is another 4-bit comparator. It is going to have A0 to A3, and this is going to have B0 to B3. This is the lower order bits, and you are going to have 3 outputs as usual. Now when you want to go for the higher order bits, let's take this is going to produce, this is going to have A4 to A7, and you are going to have B4 to B7 here. Now when you are comparing 8-bit comparison, what we do is we compare the lower order bits. These are lower order bits and these are higher order bits. So first we'll compare the lower order bits. So based on the lower order bit results, the same input will be given to the higher order bits. So whatever you are going to get the result from the lower order bits, the same thing will be given to the higher order bits as a feedback kind of thing or cascading kind of thing. Now your higher order bit comparator will decide whether A greater than B or A less than B or A equals to B, depending upon lower order bit, depending upon lower order bits results also. Not only higher order bit result, it also depends upon the lower order bit results also. So that means you are supposed to have 3 cascading inputs for the each 4-bit comparator. You should have cascading inputs, 3 cascading input for each 4-bit comparator. So when you want to have a 4-bit comparator, your 4-bit comparator should have 4 input bits of A0 to A3 and 4 another input bits B0 to B3, as well as you are going to have 3 cascading inputs. These are A equals to B, A less than B, A greater than B, or you can keep it in so that these will be A greater than B output. So this is a ideal and practical 4-bit comparator with the cascading input. So the same thing will be implemented in IC7485. I'll show the pin diagram of IC7485 in a moment. Okay, if you look at this here, IC7485 original IC, where you can see 4 input bits, your A3 to A0 and B3 to B0, where you can see A3, B3, A2, B2, A1 by A0, where these 4 bits will be compared and going to produce the output at 5, 6, 7 pins. First one is A greater than B, A equals to B, and A less than B. O means output side. And these 2, 3, 4 are the cascading inputs. First one is A greater than B, A equals to B, A less than B. Now we need to know how your output ports will be a function of both the input bits as well as the cascading input. That we are supposed to write expression for that. We are going to see. So if I want to write for A greater than B, it will be A greater than B plus A greater than B in. So this is the cascading input. So this is the cascading input. This is the cascading input. Similarly, if you take A equals to B, you are going to have A equals to B into A equals to B in. This also again cascading input. And similarly, A less than B also, A less than B plus A equals to B into A less than B in. This also cascading input. These 3 words are cascading bits. The pink color expressions are cascading input from the lower order bits. Now let us see how this expression going to affect our result. Suppose let us assume there are only 4-bit comparison. Okay, in this case, how we are going to take this cascading inputs for this 4-bit comparator. So when you are having only 4 bits, what we do is we make A equals to B to the 1 and A less than B and A greater than B. You are going to connect it to the ground, or you can call it as a 0. So when you have only 4 bits, okay, in that case you don't need to depend upon the cascading input. In that situation, what we are going to do is we are going to connect A equals to B to the 1, or you can connect to the power supply, and A less than B, A greater than B to the ground. If you connect in such a fashion, now if you look at your previous output, now if you look at the output side, your A greater than B output, you already know it is A greater than B into A greater than B plus A equals to B into if you look at here, when A greater than B in is 0, that means this entire term is 0. So you are going to get A greater than B as only A greater than B. That means it's no more depends upon the cascading. Similarly, if you take A equals to B output, that means second output, that's a 6 pin. So it will be A equals to B into a equals to b in. So this is a cascading input. So if you look at here, I am taking cascading input as 1. Then in that case, this will be, this is 1. In this it will be becomes a equals to b. That means your a equals to b again equivalent to a equals to b. Similarly, if I take a less than b, it will be a less than b plus a into b into a less than b in. So in this case, this cascading input is 0. That means you are going to get a less than b. So that's how whenever we connect only 4 bits for the comparison, you are supposed to connect a equals to b will be to the power supply and rest 2 bits a less than b less than to the ground, so that your output will not be affected. So you are supposed to, so when you want to compare 4 bits, you are supposed to connect a greater than b and a less than b to the ground, and your 3 supposed to given to the VCC, so that it will compare only 4 bits. Now let us see if you are having 8 bits now. Suppose if you are having 8 bits for the comparison. Now I will see how it is going to work out. So first we will write the output expression for 7485. In case of 8 bits, first what you do is you are going to take 2 4-bit comparators. We are going to take 2 4-bit comparators in case of 8-bit comparator. So this will be higher order bit comparator and this will be lower order bit comparator. Now is take A0 to A3 here and B0 to B3 here, and is going to produce 3 outputs. These 3 outputs will be cascaded to your higher order bits a greater than b, a less than b, and a equals to b. And here you are going to have your a3 to a7 bits and your b3 to b7 bits. Now this 4-bit comparator will compare this a3 to a7, b3 to b7, and it is going to produce 3 outputs as usual. But these 3 outputs will be a combination of comparison of a3 to a7, b3 to b7 plus the previous outputs. What the previous output from the lower order bit. Now we'll try to see a first case. Now let's take the case 1. If lower order bits are equal, that means a equals to b in is 1. In this case, your output will be your this will be 0 and this also 0, right? Since a equals b in is 1 means remaining 2 bits will be 0. That means your a greater than will be a greater than b, a equals to will be a equals to b, because this is equivalent to 1, and a less than b will be a less than b. That means when the lower order bits are equal, your result will depends only on the higher order bits, depends only on higher. This is very general also. So when a equals to b, that means when a0 to a3 and b0 to b3 are equal, so whatever the comparison of your a3 to a7 and b3 to b7 will decide the result. Suppose if this higher order bits, if a is greater than b, then you are going to get the a greater than b as an output. If a less than b, then you are going to get the a less than b. If a equals to b, you are going to get the a less than b when lower order bits are equal. We will take the second case where lower order bits are, let's say, less than now. That means a less than b, let us assume. Now in case 2, we will take lower order bits a less than b. When a less than b is 1, that case a equals to b will be 0. That means this entire term will be 0, and this term also 0. That means the entire term will be 0, and this will be 1. Okay. Now let us assume now this is the feedback. This when a less than b is 1. Now you already seen this is 0 and this is 1. Now we'll try to see. Now in this case, let's take my, in the second higher order bit, suppose my a is greater than b in second order higher order bits. In this case, if you look at here, since a less than b is 1, when a is greater than b, so this will be 1 and this is already 0. When a greater than b, your a less than b will be 0 and a equals to b also 0. That means you are going to get a greater than b. This is a case A. When a less than b from the previous input. In the same time, if a is greater than b at the higher order bits, you are going to get an output as a greater than b. Similarly, when a is less than b for lower order bits, now a equals to b in the higher order bits. In this case, a equals to b, this will be anyway, this is 0 already. When a equals to b is 1, here a equals to b is 1, that means this will be 1. Going to get an output a less than b. Okay. Similarly, when you consider case 3, where your a greater than b in is 1, in this case this will be 0, here this will be 0, this also 0, so this will be 1. Now it has to compare the higher order bits. Suppose at higher order bits, if a is greater than b, and this will be 1 and this will be 0, because when a is greater than b, a equals b will be 0, and this also 0, this also 0, this also 0. So you are going to get output as a greater than b. Suppose if higher order bit a less than b, let us assume, in that case this will be 0, this will be 0, and this will be 0, this will be 1, this will be 0. That means you are going to get output a less than b. Suppose a equals to b at the higher order bits. Now in this case, if you look at here this will be 1, and but this is already 0, and this also 0, and this is 1, and this also 1. That means you are going to get a greater than b. So this is how you are going to get the expressions in case of IC 7485. Now coming to the truth table of 7485, if you look at here, we have considered cascading inputs also along with the input of our 4 bits. Your cascading inputs will be comes into picture only when you are having more than 4-bit comparison. That means when you are having only 8-bit comparison. If you look at here till this part, you are having only 4 bits. That's why you don't have to consider the cascading inputs. But after this, that means you are having more than 8-bit. Your lower order bits are equal. When you go to higher order bits, you are supposed to take the cascading input, whether it is they are equal or greater than or less than, whatever it is. Based on that, you are going to produce the output here. This is not necessary, but you should at least remember at least till this place, like from this place to this place, so that you will get the idea how your 4-bit comparator is working at least. Okay, so this is all about your truth table of 7485. Now I will try to show you how to cascade 3 ICs to get a 12-bit comparator. When you want to generate a 12-bit, what you do is you take the 3 IC 7485. In the first case, you are going to give your A0 to A3, then A4 to A7, then A8 to A11, then you are going to have your B8 to B11, then B7 to B11, then your B0 to B3. Now whatever the output you are going to get a cascade to the next IC, and similarly here also same thing, and you are going to get output here comparison of your 12 bits, either A equals to B or A less than B or A greater than B. This is how you can cascade 3 IC7485 to get a 12-bit comparator. Now I am going to show you a 4-bit comparator using multisim software, how your comparator going to compare the two 4-bit numbers. Now we'll try to see the multisim simulation of your IC7485. You can see here we have used the same IC where you can clearly see the first 4 bits are connected here: A3B3, A2B2 and A1B1 and A0B0. Now if you look at here clearly, your A greater than B and A less than B both are connected to the ground. You can see both are connected to the ground. Similarly, if you look at here, A equals to B, if you look at it is connected to the power supply. So that means since we are comparing only 4 bits, we are supposed to connect A equals to B to the power supply and A greater than B, A less than B to the ground to get a proper output from the 4-bit comparator. Now I am going to compare. I am going to run first. So if you look at here, all are connected to the zeros. If you look at the upper part is 0 and lower part of switch is connected to the power supply. Now A bits are 0, B bits are 0. If I make my A3 is 1, I am going to get greater. You can clearly see A is greater now. Similarly, if I make my A2 is 1, again A will be greater. If I make A2 also 1, A will be greater. If I make my B is 1, B3 is 1, I am going to get A less than B. And similarly, if I make B2 1, again A less than B. So if I make A3 is 1, B3 is 1, both are 1 1. Again, if you look at here, remaining things are all 0. That means again it is equal. If I make my A2 greater now, I am going to get A greater than B. If A2 and B2 also 1, I am going to compare my A1 and B1 now. If I make A1 is 1, again I am getting A greater than B. Even though your A2, B2 are same, A3, B3 are same, since A1 is greater than B1, you are going to get A greater than B. If I make your A1, B1 also same. Now if you look at here, your A1, B1, A2, B2, A3, B3 is same. If I make A1 is 1, I am going to get A greater than B. So this is how you can cross check A less than B result also. So this is all for today's lecture. Thank you all.